Hello chess fans, this is Rick from Chess to Impress with number 153 in the series Viewers Games. If you would like your game to be showcased on the Chess to Impress YouTube channel, you can send it to me by email to classroomchess64@gmail.com. In this video it is the turn of Jerome. Hello, I'm a big fan of your channel, love how grounded you are compared to some other channels which come across as know-it-alls. Would love for you to analyze this game that I played recently on Lichess. Thank you very much, says Jerome. And Jerome was black in this game, so we're going to look at it from the black side. It was a 5-minute game, so 5 minutes per player for the whole game. The white player went under the name of Alex SS8 with a rating of 947, and on the black side we have Jerome, our hero, with a rating of 956, and his name is Data Sherlock. It was played on the 14th of January 2021, and Alex SS8 opened with a d-pawn, and Jerome played d5, replying in the classical way: knight f3, knight f6, knight c3, an unusual third move, but not a bad one. It's developing a piece towards the center, but more common moves on move 3 here are c4 or bishop f4 or e3. But knight c3 was played. e6 from Jerome, bishop f4, bishop d7. Both a-pawns were played up 2 squares. Knight e5, bishop b4, and knight takes d7. Not the most logical move, making a third move with the same piece in the first 7 moves of this game, and helping black with his development, as the undeveloped knight is now recapturing the piece. Queen d3 and c5, good move from Jerome. Black already has a very comfortable position. White castled queenside, c4 kicking the queen, queen went to g3, which is attacking the g-pawn, and you can castle here. That is one way to defend the g-pawn, and it's a good move. It looks a bit scary because of bishop h6 with a checkmate threat, and you cannot really play off the g-pawn because then the rook will fall, but you have knight h5, and the engine says this is okay for black. It's attacking the queen and protecting the checkmating square. In the game, Jerome dealt with the attack on his g-pawn by playing knight h5 straight away. Also good. It's forking queen and bishop and protecting the g7 square. Queen f3 to save the queen. Jerome took the bishop. Queen recaptures and bishop takes c3, breaking down some of the protection around white's king. Good move again from Jerome. White has to take back, and now Jerome put his king safe in the corner. g3 and b5. Nice play from Jerome, trying to pry open lines on the queen side against white's king. It's a pawn sacrifice. White took it, and Jerome played up the a-pawn. Passed pawns must be pushed. King d2, a3, rook a1 and a2 all the way to the square just before the promotion. Bishop h3, developing that bishop, and rook a3. e4, white is looking for counterplay in the center, but black is quicker. Jerome played queen a5, putting a lot of pressure on that c3 pawn, which is only defended by the king. White doesn't react to that. He takes on d5. And then Jerome gets into white's position. Queen takes c3 check. King e2 and queen takes c2 check. Black's attack is already decisive. We have only played 21 moves. Queen and rook and a far advanced pawn against a very exposed king is too much for white to handle. White interposed the queen. Queen e4 check, and this costs white heavy material. If you go with the king to the bottom rank, then you lose your rook in the corner, which is then unprotected. This rook is no longer protecting that rook. And if you play queen e3, which was played in the game, then that queen is just hanging. And Jerome took it. F takes e3, queen d3 check, king f2 and knight f6, bringing new troops into the attack. White's position is in shreds. The side of the rooks is a sad one. Both of them still on their initial squares. White took on e6. A dying man can eat anything. Jerome gave a check with the knight. Knight e4 check. King f3 and f takes e6 check. A nice discover check from the rook now that the pawn has moved. Checkmate is unavoidable, there are too many black attackers and the white king does not have any help. White could have played king g4 here, but then there is mate in 2 if you want to put the video on pause and see how the white king gets checkmated in 2 moves from here. It is queen e2 check, king h4 and checkmate with a pawn. That's always very nice. Pawn protected by the knight. In the game, white went to g2 with the king, but also then there was a mate in 2. Queen e2 check, king g1 and checkmate on f2. A nice game from Jerome, stamping his authority on the game from the start. Once white castled queenside, he sacrificed a pawn on that side of the board to run his a-pawn down the board, followed by queen and rook, and the attack soon got the strength of a hurricane, resulting in material gain for black, and white did not have to suffer for long as he got checkmated soon. Great game, Jerome, thanks for sharing it, and well played! I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe to the Chess to Impress channel and please leave a comment. I will read them all and I will reply to them all. If you liked the video, it would be great if you could share it on social media by clicking the share button on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram, on Twitter and on Facebook. This is Rick for Chess to Impress. Thank you for watching.